The episode we are going to perform for you tonight originally aired on the 6th of January, 1949.
It's Cabana Coffee Time, starring George Burns and Gracie Allen. Tonight's special guest is Gregory Peck, along with Lee Peniteret, Paula Winslow, Doris Singleton, the Cabana Orchestra, and yours truly, Bill Goodwin. For America's Thursday night comedy enjoyment, it's George and Gracie. And for America's everyday coffee drinking enjoyment, it's Cabana Quality Coffee, roasted in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yes, Cabana Quality Coffee. It's smooth, mellow, and delicious. Well, tonight we find Gracie and her friend Dorothy Demling in a movie theater, gazing raptly at their favorite picture star, Gregory Peck.
Oh, look at him, Dorothy. Isn't he gorgeous? Oh, magnificent.
That face. It's just a mouth and a nose and 2 eyes, but what an assembly job.
Yeah. Shh. Why do people have to make that silly noise?
I don't know. It happens every time we come to a theater.
Yeah. Oh, look. Gregory Peck sees his wife coming up the walk. He's going to open the door for her. Oh, look at the way he strides across that room. Don't you love those beautiful long legs?
Oh, yes. Well, they're like 2 tall eucalyptus trees with pants on.
What a sweet thought.
Shh. Oh, now he's opening the door. She's coming in.
Darling, have you missed me? Oh yes, my beloved, every minute seems like a year. My darling, you're cold. Here's something to warm you up.
Oh, he's kissing her.
Oh, and those silly scientists are fooling around with atomic heat.
It's not.
Yeah. Shh. Those rude people.
Come on, Dorothy, let's go home.
Oh, but the picture isn't over.
But what's the difference? It'll end the same way it did the other 3 times we saw it. Well, thanks for bringing me home, Dorothy. It was a wonderful movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Our husbands didn't go with us.
Oh, me too. A little of that Gregory Peck might have rubbed off on them.
Oh, he was so sweet to his wife, always telling her how lovely she was.
Mm-hmm. Does your husband ever tell you how you look, Dorothy?
Yes, the rat.
Oh. I wonder what it'd be like to be married to Gregory Peck.
Oh, I guess every woman in the country wonders that.
Yes. What a shame he's not single, so we could all find out.
Well, I just love that wonderful twinkle in his eye. Do George's eyes twinkle?
Only when the sun hits his bifocals. But don't get me wrong, Dorothy, I'd much rather have my George than Peck.
Oh, and I'd much rather have my William.
I'd rather have George than 2 Pecks.
I'd rather have William than 3 Pecks.
I'd rather have George than 4 Pecks.
We're talking about potatoes, of course.
No, Dorothy, I mean it. But I sure wish George would act a little more like Gregory Peck.
Yeah. Well, enough about tall, dark, and devastating. I gotta get home to short, pale, and irritating.
Good night, Dorothy. Maybe I'm not being fair to George. Maybe he'd warm me with a kiss and hold my chair out if I'd give him a chance. Maybe when I walk in and say, "Darling, have you missed me?" he'll say, "Yes, my beloved. Each minute has seemed like a year." Just like Gregory Peck. Well, here goes. Darling, have you missed me?
I didn't know you were gone.
Oh, no? I walked home from the movie and I'm cold. Would you, give me something to warm me up?
Sure.
hold the chair?
Why? It's not going anywhere.
Oh, George, you're hopeless. Look at you, sitting there in your undershirt and stocking feet.
What's wrong with that?
Gregory Peck would never let his wife see him in his stocking feet.
What does he do? Sleep with his shoes on? That reminds me, it's past my bedtime. Let's hit the hay.
Oh, hit the hay? How can you be so unromantic? I bet Gregory Peck would say it poetically and beautifully.
Okay, I'll be poetic. I desire to be transported to the arms of Morpheus.
Well, when you finally do get poetic, you think of another woman.
Oh, let's hit the hay.
Why can't you be the kind of husband Gregory Peck was tonight? He served his wife breakfast in bed. He worshipped the ground she walked on.
Look, Gracie, the ground she walked on was a movie set. Mr. Peck got paid thousands of dollars to worship it. He's an actor. It was in the script.
Oh, I know.
And then there's the makeup. He has makeup, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm sure. He's the same way at home. Generous and thoughtful.
Look, Gregory Peck is just a nice, average guy. I know him well. I play golf with him.
I bet he's good.
No better than I am. Last time we played, we each shot a birdie.
I bet he took his home to his wife.
Yeah, well, I ate mine with those pickles at Hillcrest. It was nice.
Gregory Peck is so sweet.
Now, look, I'm tired of hearing about Gregory Peck. There must be something I can do that he can't do.
There is, darling. Blow your little horn.
Oh, come on, let's go to bed.
So they went to bed, and Gracie had a marvelous dream.
Gracie, oh Gracie.
George?
Ah, here you are, Gracie. Why are you staring at me?
But George, you look so different. So cute.
I do?
Well, yes, in fact, better than you did when I married you. You are George, aren't you?
Well, of course. Look, darling, I brought you your breakfast in bed.
Are you sure you're George?
Well, yes, sweetheart. Now, here's a kiss.
George, have you got some identification on you?
Well, what's come over you, Gracie? You've never been this way before.
Well, neither have you. Breakfast in bed? And what a breakfast. It's fit for a queen.
Well, it is for a queen. I laid these eggs at your feet.
Really? Oh dear, I didn't even hear you cackle.
After breakfast, I'll wash the dishes and you go shopping. Buy yourself dozens of those adorable hats that you like so well. Here's $500 to spend.
Is this really happening?
Well, of course. Do you want me to pinch you?
Oh, no. A kiss and $500 is enough for one day.
Well, it's a pleasure to do things for you, Gracie, my darling wife. You're so beautiful,
Oh, George.
so alluring,
Oh, George.
so young,
Oh, George.
so irresistible.
Oh, George. Oh, George. Oh, George.
What's the matter?
Oh, George.
Oh, what happened, Gracie?
I had a dream. A dream in which you looked and acted just like Gregory Peck. It was so short.
No, I bet that was terrible. Now, you go
It
to
was
sleep.
terrible.
It was, yes. Well, you go to sleep.
Well, after a more or less sleepless night, George finally despaired of changing Gracie's attitude. So we find him now arriving at the home of Gregory Peck to seek his help.
Oh, come in, George. Come in.
Oh, thanks, Gregory. Gregory, I've got a terrific problem with Gracie.
Really? What is it?
Well, she went to see a picture of yours the other night, and you were a romantic husband who kissed your wife's hand and served her breakfast in bed. Well, now Gracie thinks you do this in real life.
I do.
Since when?
Since my wife saw that picture.
Well, now Gracie wants me me to be romantic, and I'm not the type. I'm not tall. I'm not dashing.
Tall schmal. Remember this, George. Good things come in little packages, and you're a little package.
Well, yeah.
If only it weren't tied so loose.
Well, since Gracie saw that picture, I've been miserable. What can I do with her?
Well, get tough with her. Every man should be the boss in his own home.
Oh, well, you're a fine one to talk, serving your wife breakfast in bed.
Oh, well, that's just for laughs. Anytime I want to stop that, I'll just lay the law down to my wife.
Oh, well, can you show me how to do that, Greg? I mean, go ahead. Will you lay down the law to her, like right now?
Well, you see...
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
Well, all right. I'll go in the library and do that. You just stay here and listen.
All right.
Now listen, girl. This foolishness of breakfast in bed must come to a stop immediately. Understand?
What a man.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Peck. I didn't see you come into the room.
Where's Greg?
Never mind turning on the tears. I'm master in this house and my word is law.
What's he doing in there?
He's balling you out. Listen.
From now on, you serve me breakfast in bed. Is that clear? Now, there, get up off your knees. I didn't mean to frighten you.
What a ham.
Yeah.
Yes. I know I'm the finest husband in the world. Now, stop kissing my hand. Well, George, did you listen and learn?
I sure did. Look behind me.
Hello, dear.
Oh, hello, Greta.
That was quite a performance you gave in there.
Oh, did you like it? It's a scene from my new picture. Oh, by the way, dear, would you like some flowers on your tray in the morning?
Oh, I'll be having breakfast with Edith in the morning. Remember, her husband's out of town and I'm spending the night with her.
Oh, yes. Well, would you like me to come over and serve you breakfast in bed there?
This kid's a tiger.
Well, that won't be necessary, Greg. I'll be leaving. Nice to have seen you again, Mr. Burns.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, dear. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, darling.
Well, you really are polite to your wife. I'm glad Gracie isn't here.
Hey, George, that gives me an idea. Let's put on an act for Gracie. I'll get a big break on it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, I'll call the studio and get an actress to pose as my wife. Then you and Gracie come over to dinner. I'll be the meanest, orneriest, most slovenly, unromantic husband who ever lived.
Oh, yeah, and she'll stop wanting me to be like you. Greg, you're a genius.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. You better back up a little.
Well, you're smarter than I am.
You didn't have to back up that far.
I'll see you for dinner.
Here's the idea, Margie. When the Burnses get here, you pretend to be my abused, downtrodden wife, okay?
Oh, sure, Mr. Peck. But why have you made yourself look so repulsive? Unshaven, old dirty sweatshirt, blue jeans, and bare feet. Why are you doing this?
Oh, George Burns is a friend of mine.
Oh, I see. You don't want to look better than he does.
No. That isn't it. I want Mrs. Burns to think I'm the world's worst husband.
Oh.
I hope this won't interfere with any plans you had tonight, Margie.
Oh, well, I had a date with Bill Goodwin, but he'll keep.
He should. He's fresh enough.
Oh, here's Mr. Burns.
Now, okay, you wait in the next room and come out when I call you.
All right.
Come in. Well,
my wife.
Oh, how do you do, Mr. Peck?
Oh, so this is Mrs. Burns. Well, bring the old battle axe in.
All right, come in, dear. Now, George, you'll see how a real cultured husband acts at home.
Culture? Look at the way he's dressed.
Yes, isn't he gay and casual? You in your blue suit, you look like an undertaker.
This is great.
Well, Mr. Peck, where did you get those adorable slacks?
Mrs. Burns, these are jeans.
Oh, George, isn't he sweet? He's breaking those pants in for a girl.
Look, Gracie, he's barefooted.
Well, Mr. Peck, you're the perfect host. You took off your shoes so my husband wouldn't look like a runt.
Well, we're doing great. Where's your wife, Greg?
Archie, I'll call her. Hey, woman, come in here. On the double.
Here I am, sir.
Oh, isn't he masterful?
Woman, is dinner on the table?
Yes, sir.
Okay, folks, chow's on.
Gracie, did you hear that? He said chow's on.
Yeah, isn't he wonderful? Love a man who can speak French.
Well, let's eat.
Well, kitchen, the food's free. Watch your head, George.
Watch my head.
Yeah, there's a flower bowl behind you, and I always blow my olive pits into it.
Okay.
Bombs away!
Oh, that was a beautiful shot, Mr. Peck. Say, George, why don't you take an interest in sports?
This is murder.
Bombs away! Gee, I can't get enough of these mashed potatoes.
George, why don't you be a gentleman and eat mashed potatoes like Mr. Peck does with his fingers?
That's being a gentleman?
Well, of course. He does it so his wife won't have to wash the silver. You sit there with a fork. I'm ashamed of you.
Yeah, I'm the slut.
Bombs away!
Greg, can I speak to you alone a minute?
Sure.
Excuse us, Gracie.
All right.
Greg, it's not working.
I know. What does it take to make that wife of yours disgusted?
I don't know, she's got me.
Yeah, even that didn't do it, huh? Hey, George, I think I got it. I'll take Margie in the kitchen and pretend to beat her up. That'll convince Gracie I'm a heel.
Oh, that sounds great. Let's try it.
Margie, that was the lousiest meal I ever ate. Get out in the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Those potatoes had lumps, and now you're gonna get yours. There, now, gather up your teeth. I want this kitchen floor kept clean. Well, that's that.
Mr. Peck, how could you do such a thing?
I believe in treating women like slaves.
You? A man who looks so much like Abraham Lincoln?
You still want me to be like Peck, Gracie?
No, I don't. And I refuse to stay in this house another minute watching mistreat poor Margie.
Oh, good.
Well, bring on wraps, George. I'll meet you in the car.
Oh, hi, Gracie.
Well, Bill Goodwin, what are you doing here?
I came to pick up Margie.
Well, that's a good idea. I don't think she can get up alone. She's lying on the floor, out cold.
How do you like that? She's on a date with me, she won't touch the stuff.
On a date with you? You date Margie?
Oh, sure. 2 or 3 times a week.
She, She belongs to Gregory Peck.
Oh, that's what he thinks. Marge is crazy about me.
I never get used to Hollywood. Well, this changes things. No wonder Gregory Peck beat her up. She deserved it.
Wait, what? He struck Margie. Well, I'll murder him.
Oh, no. But Bill, he's got a perfect right.
So have I. And my left isn't bad either. I'm gonna fracture him.
But Bill!
You wait here, Gracie. I don't want you to see this horrible slaughter. Aha! There you sit, you woman beater. Gracie told me how you slugged Margie.
Now, Bill.
Now stand up, Peck. I'm gonna divide you into quarts and pints.
Bill, you don't understand. Margie was taken apart.
So I heard, and now Peck's gonna get taken apart. Let's step into the kitchen so I won't spoil the carpet. Come on, Peck. Stand up.
Okay.
Ooh. I didn't have to stand up that high. He's a big one, isn't he?
Yeah, you should see him with his shoes on.
Well, Bill, you still want to step into the kitchen?
You bet I do, but let's step in there and make some Corona coffee and talk this over. Corona is so delicious, it puts everybody in a good humor, and wait till you get a load of that rich, mellow flavor.
Now you're ready to eat crow, huh?
Oh, sure. Anything tastes great with Corona. What a coffee. No wonder so many people buy smooth, enjoyable Corona quality coffee.
Well, Mr. Peck, I hope Oh, hello, Bill.
Margie, honey, you're all right. Pat didn't leave any marks on you.
No, he doesn't play as rough as you do.
Well, come on, sugar. I'll make you forget all about Gregory Peck. Let's go up on Mulholland Drive and park.
Oh, Bill, I'd rather not park in my car. It's so public.
Nobody will see us, honey. The windows will be all steamed up.
The windows will be steamed up.
Oh, sure. I'm taking this jug of Corona coffee. Nothing like a steaming, fragrant cup of Corona coffee on Wednesday night. Come on, Margie, let's live.
Coming, Bill. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Peck. Goodbye, Mr. Burns.
Bill, is Margie leaving with you?
Oh, sure, Gracie. We're headed for Mulholland Drive, aren't we, baby?
You said it, Dimples.
Well, I'll see you later, Gracie.
Well, I certainly was unfair to Gregory Peck. His wife deserved the beating she got. I'll go in and apologize to him. Mr. Peck, I've changed my mind about you. You're wonderful, and I want George to be just like you.
But Gracie, he beat up his wife.
Well, she deserved it, running around with Bill Goodwin. Do I run around with a man? No, I run around with you.
Thanks, kid, thanks.
George, let's have another conference in the next room.
Okay, excuse me, Gracie.
I know I was right about Gregory. He's as pure as 6.5 feet of snow. Not nearly as cold.
I'm home, Greg. Edith's husband came back and... Oh, hello. Who are you?
I'm Mrs. George Burns. How are you?
I'm Mrs. Gregory Peck.
Another one?
What?
Well, one Mrs. Peck just left. Are you the night shift?
Are you trying to tell me there's another Mrs. Peck in this house?
That's right. She chases after Bill Goodwin. Who do you chase after?
Mrs. Burns, I could use a little clarification.
Oh, now I know you're upset, but don't start drinking.
No, I mean, I'm very confused. What are you doing here?
Well, George and I had dinner with Mr. Peck and Peck's other wife.
You can't be serious about Gregory's two wives.
Yes, I am.
Good heavens, I have a bluebeard.
Well, it doesn't show under your powder.
Gregory is the bluebeard.
Oh.
Well, Mrs. Burns, George and I just... Oh, hello, dear. You've come home.
Yes, how's everything in the harem?
Uh-oh.
Sweetheart.
You seem to have quite a few wives. Perhaps we should wear numbers on our backs. limited. You can't tell one wife from another without a program.
Oh, he isn't to blame, Mrs. Peck.
Oh, don't you lie for him, George Burns. I don't want you to have anything to do with a man who's married to 2 women.
Gracie, Gregory Peck wouldn't do a thing like that. He's a big name.
Yes, and if I wasn't a lady, I'd say what it was. To think I wanted you to be like Gregory Peck.
Well, Gregory, I'm waiting for your explanation.
Honey, you know that mink coat that you've been wanting?
Yes?
Well, it's yours if you'll just forget this whole mess.
Consider it forgotten.
Oh, gee, that was easy. Well, George, I'm waiting for your explanation.
Explanation of what?
Who cares? As long as I get a mink coat.
Now, Gracie, I don't want to spend another night hearing about Gregory Peck, so go to sleep.
Yes, dear. He is handsome, isn't he?
Well, I guess I'll take my blanket and go sleep on the couch.
Aw, darling, did I say something to hurt you? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right. Go to sleep.
Please forgive me.
Forget it.
Oh, believe me, you've got something Gregory Peck doesn't have.
Okay, just go to sleep.
Well, I can't go to sleep now. I'll be awake all night trying to think of what it is.